Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are on a bit of a Disneyland Paris wave at the moment, so that's why you've had a few Disneyland Paris videos from us. We just wanted to do one more Disneyland Paris video for you guys before we move on and return to our Disney World stuff. But as you know, if you've seen our previous videos, we did get annual passes for Disneyland Paris this year.
Yeah.
And we had quite a few people asking us what we decide, which pass we went for and how much it was and sort of details about it. Basically, when we decided that we wanted annual passes, it really did take some research.
Yeah.
And there's not that much information out there. We found a couple of really great Facebook groups. I'll try to remember to link them below, and you should definitely check those out because they've been awesome, haven't they?
Yeah.
Just for little tricks and tips and things that aren't on Disneyland Paris's official website. But we just thought we'd do this little video just to give you guys a bit more information about annual passes for Disneyland Paris in general, and then hopefully we can direct you to a few more sources as well. So if you're thinking about getting an annual pass, you'll find it a lot easier than we did to try and decide which ones you want to get. So here goes. Now there are 4 different types of annual pass that you can get for Disneyland Paris, and they obviously it's different prices, and it'll depend on what kind of perks you get. But the main thing is they all let you into Disneyland Paris. Yes. So that's the number. As many times as you want for the whole year. Yeah, exactly. And really depending on your circumstances and what you want to do, and what you want from your pass will really depend on the level that you go for. We actually went for the bottom level pass, which is a discovery pass, and an infinity pass, which is the top level. So we've kind of gone for one for each end, and we'll kind of explain why as we go through. The Discovery Pass is €179 at the moment. The Magic Flex is the next one up. That's €259. The Magic Plus is €299, and then the Infinity is €449, which seems like quite a big jump up. Yeah. But we'll tell you about all the different perks that you get, and you know, that's the one that we went for because of all the amazing perks and ways to save money. So if you do go for that one, we'll tell you how you can get some of that money back, hopefully. So we're going to talk to you about the Discovery Pass, which is this one here. This one is the entry level pass. Yeah. So this is sort of your no frills, the cheapest option, and basically there aren't a whole lot of perks with this pass, are there? There are a lot of block out dates with this pass, so I think entrance is 150 days out of the year, and a lot of the block out dates tended to be weekends, school holidays, national holidays. So this is a really good one if you just want to go sort of in term time, in the week, or if you're, you know, sort of, if you're not going to go that many times. It's a really good value for money one, but you're not going to get sort of tons of perks with this one. Basically, there's no discounts with it, there's nothing special with it. It's literally your entrance for those 150 days of the year. This is Hayley's pass. Yes. And we'll talk to you a little bit more about why we decided to go for this one, sort of when we talk about the other passes as well. But yeah, if you just want a cheap option, it's going to get you into Disneyland Paris, then this is probably the one you're going to want. It's the Discovery Pass. Yeah. It's worth bearing in mind that on day 2 and 3 of when you have this pass, it's not actually valid. So we bought it before we went, it was already activated, and that makes you skip day 2 and 3 because it's already been activated in advance. So you've kind of moved past those days. If you were to buy that pass in Disneyland Paris, then obviously that you couldn't use it straight away. No, you wouldn't be able to use it straight away. So it's definitely worth having this one activated, which is what we did, and kind of avoid that little loophole. Now the next level up is a Magic Flex Pass, which is a silver card. We didn't get one of these ones, did we? And this one is valid for 300 days out of the year. So it's like double the Discovery Pass. Yes. It's really just bank holidays. You won't be able to use this one. The last 2 weeks in October too, I think. And yeah, some Saturdays in December, and yeah, I think like Christmas time. Yeah. So, but apart from that, it's valid for quite you know, the majority of the year, and it doesn't really have that many perks. That is kind of the perk. There's a few perks that come with it. So you're starting to see you can use the Disney car park. You get a small shop discount, so it's 10% for the shop discount with this one. You can book your hotel direct through Disney and get a annual pass discount using this one. They say it used to be based on a percentage, so they used to say so many % off the price. Now if you have a look on Disneyland Paris's website, it more sort of says starting prices from, and I think for this one it's around about 130 euros per room per night, before taxes and things like that. So yeah, but a bit of a discount. The discounts start to creep in with this pass for sure. And you can get the annual photo pass as well at a discounted price, which you can't do on the Discovery. And they start from around 65 euros with this pass. And then the better passes you get more of a discount. So we'll let you know about that one. But yeah, this is the first one where really those discounts start to creep in and obviously double the validity of a Discovery pass. So the next one up, which is sort of, you know, the next one before you get to the Infinity Pass, is the Magic Plus Pass, which is a gold pass. We didn't go for this one, so we don't have one to show you, but basically you're getting quite a lot with this pass. There were a few grumbles sort of around about April when the prices all changed and things, because some of the perks that you previously got with this pass, they've been taken away. So if you've always had this pass and then sort of you've gone to renew this pass and you're getting less perks, it's not gone down too well. So, but we'll tell you all about what perks you do get with it. A lot of the perks are actually the same as the ones you're getting with the Magic Flex. So let me just check on those. It is using the car park, the 10% shop discount, that's the same. The hotel discounts are the same as well, also starting from 130 euros per night. So, you know, that's sort of the same as the last one. You're going to get those one-day tickets for 20% discount, which is the same for pretty much all of the passes except for the Discovery. And you get a little bit more discount on your photo pass with this one. So you can get a photo pass from 59 euros. Now the extra things that you're going to get with this pass, there's going to be, you're going to start seeing those restaurant discounts. So there's a 10% restaurant discount. There's a 20% Buffalo Bill's Wild West show discount with this one. Golf Disneyland, 10% off. We've never been there. No. But if you're a big golfer, you might want to try that out. You get a discount with this one. With this one, you are starting to see those friends and family ticket discount. So if you are an annual pass holder and you're going with people who don't have annual passes, you can actually line up every day in the morning. It's not advanced purchase for this, unfortunately, because that would be amazing. But you do have to queue up on the day and get these friends and family passes at a discount. So if you didn't want to do the 20% off, they also with this pass offer a 45 euro ticket sort of thing. There is a limit to how many of these you can get, so definitely worth double checking before you start taking tons of friends with you and offering them all 45 euro tickets. But that is once you've run out of those, you would start going on to that 20% discount instead, so you can still get discounted tickets. Now a really good perk with this one is that you get to use the reserved entrance, so you don't have to queue up at the turnstiles with everyone else. There's a whole separate turnstile just for you and the Infinity holders as well. But yeah, a lot of people have said with the Magic Plus that this is a really, really good perk, and they're so happy that this one's still with like this pass. So that's an amazing perk, really. And also you're also going to get the extra magic time even if you're not staying in a hotel belonging to Disney. So extra magic time, if you haven't seen all the videos, is basically like your extra magic hours. It's the extra hour in the morning just for hotel guests, and it's not open to the public unless you have got one of these Magic Plus passes and also the Infinity, so we'll go into that in a moment. So that's a really good perk. So you don't have to be staying on site, but you can still sort of make use of that time, which we think's amazing, really. And one more thing, you are going to get invited to those annual pass events. So they have special events running throughout the year, and I think for any events where you're it's for general purchase where you can buy a ticket, there tends to be discounts. for the top 2 price band annual passes, but if not, sometimes they just invite annual pass holders to things. So sometimes it's dedicated for the Infinity Pass holders, but sometimes they're rolled out as well for the Magic Plus holders. So you're getting a lot for your money with this one. Hardly any blackout days at all. This one is valid for 350 days out of the year. It's pretty much just Halloween week that you're not going to be able to go, and Christmas from Boxing Day, sort of that week. But generally you can use this one pretty much every day. It is a little bit more expensive, and obviously now that they've taken away some of the perks that you used to be able to get on this one, I think a lot of people were sort of in two minds whether or not it's worth the money, especially considering all of the annual passes went up in April. But this one might be for you if you don't want to spend the money. It's quite a big jump to the next pass, the Infinity Pass, and or if somebody in your party already has the Infinity Pass, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So the top tier annual pass that you can get is an Infinity Pass, which is a black one like this. This one's actually Katie's pass, and it comes, even though it is quite expensive, it comes with a whole host of discounts and perks, and yeah, this is the best pass that you can get.
We love this pass.
We do. It's valid every single day. It will let you in 365 days a year, so out of all of the passes, there are no blackout dates whatsoever, and there are lots of other perks as well. That you have a kind of a separate car park that you can
just
park
for
in.
Infinity,
and it's super close as well. We don't drive to Disneyland Paris, but if you drive and you've found it difficult to get in or out of the car parks, this is a really good perk. I think my favourite perk of the Infinity Pass has to be the 20% discount in the shops.
20%.
So with the previous pass, it's only 10%, and well, the previous 2 passes, it's only 10%. You jumps right up to 20% with this, and it's amazing for getting all your merch. It is amazing. And also 15% off in the restaurants as well, which is a really good discount, and you can use it for up to 6 people, I think. So even if there's only one of your party who has this pass, your discount will be extended to the whole party. I think it's 6 or less. So if you started going, if there's a party of 8 or anything like that, it won't stretch to that. But it should cover most people's meal, really. So yeah, that's a really good one. The photo pass as well is included.
Absolutely free.
So we made sure we got our photo pass because on the Infinity, didn't we? And yeah, we love the photo pass, whether it's in Paris or in Disney World. So yeah, so that was a massive perk, I think, as well. Getting that one free. And also, while we're talking about the photo pass, just a quick hint of where to get it from, because we just assumed you could go into any of the shops and purchase it sort of wherever they had a photo pass. But actually the Infinity Photo Pass is its own separate thing, and you actually get them from the photo booth next to Big Thunder Mountain. So if you go and see them, ask for your Infinity Photo Pass. It's on sort of like a little leaflet, rather than in the boxes like you would buy them. So yeah, if you want to go and pick up your photo pass, don't traipse around all the shops like we did. Just go straight to Big Thunder Mountain. It's also there are a few that are the same as the Magic Plus, so you're going to get the same discount at Buffalo Bills and the Golf, and you're going to get the 20% off those one-day tickets as well. So yeah, I think that's kind of all the same as
the family and friends tickets are slightly cheaper. With this one, they are €39. But again, just double check your limit of how many you're allowed and things like that with the friends and family ticket.
If you want to do a character breakfast, there's a discount with the Infinity Pass. I think it's 15%.
So not available with any of the other passes. You get a 15% discount off of the character breakfast. So if you wanted to go to nice Winnie the Pooh and friends, or you know, any of the character breakfast is going to come with the discount for the Infinity, and that should cover your whole party as well, providing it's no more than 6 people.
Other freebies that you can hire strollers and wheelchairs and everything. That's all included. You may need to put a deposit down depending on if you want to leave the park with them. But while you're in the park, I don't think you had to.
No, didn't have to do anything. So, yeah, as long as you wanted to use it in the park, you don't pay a thing. You just show your Infinity Pass. If you do want to take it maybe to the park next door, depending on where you are, or back to your hotel, you will need to leave a deposit, which is 100% returnable, providing you don't, you bring your stroller back in one piece. So yeah, that's a really good perk. Plus the storage as well. So you can use the guest storage facility absolutely free of charge if you've got an Infinity Pass, and if you bring in any little puppies, you can also get kennels for free as well. So yeah, they're the perks that were taken away from the Magic Plus. Magic Plus previously had those perks, but they are no longer. But if you did buy your Magic Plus before April, before the price increases and before they change the annual passes, they should be honoured. So if you're thinking, well, I bought it because I wanted the stroller rental or the wheelchair rental, just double check. We've heard reports it depends on which cast member you get, but you can always drop Disneyland Paris a message on Facebook, a private message, and just say, I bought my pass before April, am I still able to get the stroller rental or whatever it is that's been taken away? And they should respond to you. They should be honouring it, but yeah, it's hit and miss depending on who you get. But if you can get something in writing, that's even better.
One perk on the Infinity that isn't on any of the other ones is you can actually use the swimming pools at the resort hotels, and you can take one guest as well. So you can just go and use the pool, even if you're not staying at that hotel, you can use any of the Disney pools.
You do have to book. So there's a special Infinity sort of booking platform that you can use. If I can find the link, I will totally link it below for you. Basically, you can do it all online. You can book your time slot, and or you can use them. There's a special concierge phone line with the Infinity Pass as well, so you could just give them a call and book it that way. They might send you back to the booking platform to do it. They're trying to get away from the phone line, I think. But yeah, it's super easy. I've used that before to book things, and it's really easy. It just comes up with a time and it'll send you a confirmation email, and obviously it is a free perk, so you don't have to pay, but you do have to book it.
I think that the one of the big perks for the Infinity Pass is a special priority viewing area to watch illuminations and also the parade. You don't get this with the other passes. This is just for Infinity, and you can't take any guests in there at all. You have to be an Infinity Pass holder to get through and get into that area. You do have to book, but it's included. It doesn't cost anything, but you do have to book when you're gonna go.
So you have to, same platform again for when you want to book the swimming pools. You just go on there and you find the date that you want to watch it, and then you can book. And if you change your mind and you're not going to go to it, there is an option to cancel it as well. So if you think, oh, I'm a little bit tired, I'm probably not going to stay for illuminations, you can just go ahead and cancel that. But they do need to be booked in advance, and if you're the only one in your party with an Infinity, then you have to go on your own as well, which is a little bit sad. And we would love to both go in there, and we would love it if they would extend it to guests, but we totally see why they don't do that. The viewing area for something like illuminations is right in front of the castle, and they haven't got lots of space. So we understand why they don't, but if you want to watch sort of uninterrupted views of illuminations, or you want a really, really cool spot to watch the parade from, then Infinity, you can't get better than the Infinity Plus.
And if you've seen our Disneyland Paris review kind of vlog, you'll know that we did say about that it is quite a tight squeeze when you're watching illuminations, and it can be a little bit pushy and shovey, and so that's why I think this one is such a good perk. It makes it even better because you're kind of out of that really like squashed crowd. So that just makes it even better, doesn't it?
So there are a few different ways that you can buy an annual pass for Disneyland Paris. One of them is to get one when you get there. If you have got a one-day pass to get into the park, that will be deducted from the cost of your annual pass. You just need to make sure that you take everything you need with you to get that sorted out, either at the annual pass office in Disneyland Park, or I think it's called Window 12 at Studios Park. But basically there's a window that you go to at Studios Park, and you can you can get it there. They'll take a photograph of you for on the back of your pass, obviously for ID, and they'll need a few extra things from you if you want to pay by direct debit as opposed to paying in full up front. When we gave you the prices earlier, that was for the paying up front price, but you can pay by direct debit if you wanted to. You can pay monthly. So you pay, I think it's a €60 deposit for all of the passes, and then depending on which pass you choose, it'll be a different monthly payment. So just make sure you find out exactly what information they need. You can either message or call Disneyland Paris to find out exactly what you need, or try those groups that I mentioned before on Facebook, and they will tell you exactly what's needed. We didn't do direct debit, so that's why we're not telling you everything that you need for that. We actually just paid in full, didn't we? But it is an option. Just make sure you take all the required evidence, and they will sort them out for you at Disneyland Paris. Now, you can also give them a call and do it over the phone. So that way, I think they send things out to you, and you have to fill it all in and you have to send it back. And if you need things like evidence or IBAN numbers for the direct debits, then you need to do all that via post as well. There's a third option, which is the one we actually did, which is to do it online. Now, the only problem with online is you can't do it on the UK Disneyland Paris website. You can do it on the French Disneyland Paris website. So we found out that this was an option in one of the Facebook groups that we joined, and obviously when you go onto it, it will automatically default to your country. So you just have to change that to say, you know, you want to access the French website, and then you will get the whole website in French.
Yeah.
Our French is very limited.
Very limited.
It's not our forte, no. But we managed to work it out based on, we'd already had a look at we knew our way around the Disneyland Paris website, and to be honest, like many of you, we filled in a lot of online forms.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much figure it out. That with Google Translate, and it wasn't too bad. No. Like it definitely didn't put us off trying to do it this way. It's a lot more simple than it sounds. So basically, you go onto the website, you'll find the part that says annual passes, and then you'll click which annual pass you want, and then you'll fill in all the online form, and then you will make your payment, and then basically with this option you can even choose whether you want an activated pass or a temporary pass. So if you get an activated pass, obviously that means you're going to avoid those day 2 and 3 blackout dates of the Discovery, which is why we did that. If you're not going for a while and you think, oh, that's wasting some of my year that I can't use it, then you can get a temporary pass that you can go and exchange, which you get there. So, you know, it's really up to you if you do it this way. The only problem that we had was submitting payment. We tried to use a preloaded currency card, and it kept failing. We tried so many times, we left it a while, we came back to it, and we found out from the Facebook groups that other people had this issue as well. So we ended up paying via PayPal, and then that PayPal took care of the currency conversion and everything. So once we did that, then it was, you know, it was super easy. And then we just uploaded a photograph, which was also a little bit tricky actually. Just a heads up, if you're taking a photo using an iPhone, you're going to want to do it landscape rather than portrait. So basically once we were trying to do it this way, and then when we were uploading it, it was coming up sideways. So we found out that if you do it that way, then it just worked out. So yeah, just a little tip for you if you're going to do it like that, and save yourself a few hours of taking needless selfies. But yeah, and then once that was uploaded, we waited a week for our passes to come through, and they sent, you know, the actual passes. And we thought that was amazing, because we had heard reports that they take longer than that, but literally they came a week later. So that was amazing, wasn't it? So yeah, so there's a few ways that you can do it. Don't be put off by doing it on the French website, because, you know, it is a lot more simple than it sounds, and there's tons of support in the Facebook groups should you choose to join those as well. So we have got a few tips for you if you are thinking of buying a Disneyland Paris Annual Pass.
for us, I think one of the main things that we were glad that we did was to buy the Discovery Pass already activated rather than wait till we get there, because we would have not been able to use it on day 2 or day 3. So having that activated pass rather than waiting is a definite must do, I think, if you are going for that Discovery Pass.
Yes. Another tip that we've got for you, obviously with some of the annual passes you can get discounts for family and friends tickets. We would always say just work out the price of those and shop around a little bit, because sometimes multi-day tickets are going to be cheaper. Sometimes it's cheaper just to get the Discovery Annual Pass.
Yeah.
Even if they're not planning on going more than once. So definitely shop around and see which sort of passes and tickets are going to work for you and your party. And also, if you can avoid doing it, because you can't get them in advance, you do have to go and, you know, join that line every day. So for us, last time we went, we had people with us who were only going to go once just for that trip, and they bought Discovery Annual Passes just because that was the cheapest option for the time that we were going to spend there, and it did avoid joining those lines every morning.
I think again, one of the definite pluses for us, and one thing that we learned that's not always advertised either, is if you want to override those blackout dates on your pass, you stay in a Disney hotel, because obviously I would have only got in one day out of the time that we were there just with my pass, because the rest were on blackouts. But because we stayed at the Cheyenne, they got overridden and I could use my pass every day. So I think that is a definite plus, and it's not information that Disneyland Paris want you to know, I don't think. It's not advertised. So yeah, I think that is a real must do if you have got one of those lower tier passes and you know that you're gonna have some blackout dates. Now you can check the blackout dates on the Disneyland Paris website. It has a calendar and it'll show you which, it's like the validity calendar I think it is, and it'll show you what dates your pass is valid for, so you know exactly what dates you can have if you are thinking about staying off site.
And if you're not too sure and you're like, oh, I don't know whether to trust that I'm still gonna get in on, you know, my blackout dates because I'm staying in a Disney hotel, do what we did, drop them an email, send them a message through Facebook. We actually did that and we got a message back really quickly, just confirming that we were able to use our passes. I know some people, I think we mentioned this in the last video, in our Disneyland Paris tips video, some people have had issues at the gate where cast members weren't aware. We didn't have that problem at all. But if you've got something in writing, keep it on your phone, then if you do encounter any problems you can just show the cast member. So with a lot of the annual passes, obviously you're going to get that hotel discount. You just basically give them a call and just tell them that you've got an annual pass, which annual pass you've got, and they can actually check availability and prices for you and based on your discount that comes with your pass. The discount that is advertised isn't always the discount that's going to be available for your dates. So what we would definitely say is, massive big tip, try and be flexible with your dates. Basically you can ring up and they say, yeah, we've got the full discount for you on those dates, stay in, this is how much it is for this hotel, this is how much it is for that hotel. But sometimes you give them a call and they say, oh, we no longer have that discount, and then you get offered a slightly less of a discount. So it's not like once your discount's gone, it's gone. It will drop down a little bit before availability is totally gone for that. So yeah, if you can be flexible with your dates, then you're going to get a better deal using your discount for the hotel.
Now if you've got a pass that offers you a discount in the shops, you might want to think about buying any bottled drinks and things like that from the shops. Especially with Infinity, you're going to get 20% discount. The kiosks they don't give you the discount. Even kind of the larger kiosks, you can't use your discount there. So if you are wanting to buy those bottled drinks, most of the shops have actually got a fridge where you can buy them, and you're going to end up with getting a discount from them. So definitely worth knowing that you can't use the discount at the kiosks, but maybe look for a shop and buy them that way.
So our last tip really is don't all get the Infinity Pass if you don't all want to use the priority areas.
Yeah.
And most of those discounts are going to cover your whole party, and they are obviously the most expensive pass, and you are getting a lot of perks for that. But if, you know, you're going with your whole family and you're not all going to use the Infinity viewing areas, we would say mix and match. You know, I have the Infinity, Hayley has the Discovery, we still get all our merch at 20%, you know, my discounts sort of cover the both of us. The only thing obviously that we wish we could do together is to go in those viewing areas, but obviously that would have been a lot more expensive on the cost of those 2 Infinity Passes. So if you aren't too bothered about using those areas and you think you can get away with lower tier cards for everyone else in your family and just go for the 1 Infinity or the 1 Magic Plus, then it's definitely something to think about, really. Sort of do your figures, work out the prices, work out all the perks and how far that'll stretch with your party, and yeah, unless you all want to go for Infinity and have that amazing view of the castle for the fireworks, then yeah, you might not all need that. One thing we should say really about those viewing areas as well is that you don't always need them. Like the parade viewing, I'm gonna say, is amazing. The illuminations viewing for Infinity is amazing. Like they are the 2 VIP areas I would definitely say it's 100% worth having that Infinity. However, for the VIP seating for other shows, from what we've heard, they can be further back in the auditoriums if it's a seated show. You might be better off getting those MasterCard tickets that we mentioned in our Disneyland Paris tips video. So yeah, if you're just doing it for the, you know, for the parade and the fireworks, yeah, it is worth it. But if you're thinking, oh well, we're gonna, you know, get amazing seats for all of the shows, there are other ways of doing it as well. We hope that you've found this video informative. If you are looking into buying annual passes, we have tried to research all the information, but we'll try and link below anywhere where you can get extra information from. That Facebook group is really good, so you might want to go and check that out. People who've been getting annual passes for a lot longer than we have might be able to give you more information. If you are one of those people who've had an annual pass for a while and we've missed something, or you know any other tips, then please do comment below and help other people. And that's why we've done this video, is to help you guys and to give you kind of the benefit of our experience. But there are people with a lot more experience on annual passes, so if you are one of those people, please do comment, share your knowledge with other Disney fans as well. We 100% are so happy with our annual passes. So yeah, definitely do your research and hopefully, you know, go and get one and go to Disneyland Paris 100 times if you can. So yeah, but thank you so much for supporting our channel. If you are not yet following us on Instagram, please do head over to our Instagram and give us a follow. Check out our Disneyland Paris pictures from our last trip. If you haven't yet watched our vlogs from our last Disneyland Paris trip, they are on there as well. And also please feel free to check out all of our other videos. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and please do hit that bell notification as well to keep you updated with all our new videos. Thanks for watching.
Have a magical day.